Welcome back to Daf Yomi Be'in by Real Clear Daf. In this video we're going to explore the case of Gorel that's discussed on Kovav Amid Beis and Baba Basra. Gorel means drawing lots, and we're talking about brothers who draw lots to decide who should get which portion of their inheritance. So let's say Reuven, Shimon, and Levi inherited an estate. They divide up the estate into 3 equal portions, and they say, okay, who should get which portion? So they say, okay, let's draw lots, let's do a Gorel. Says Rabbi Yossi, once they do the Gorel for just one brother, let's say for Reuven, and it says, let's say the lot says that Reuven gets portion number 1, that is finalized. It's Kanu Kulan. Reuven can't go back, Shimon and Levi can't go back with respect to portion 1. If Shimon and Levi want to choose a different method for portions 2 and 3, that's their choice. But as soon as you drew the Gorel even just once, it's final. The Gemara asks, my time, how do you know that's true? The Gemara answers, we know this from history. We know that the Jews, the tribes, divided Eretz Yisrael. We came into Eretz Yisrael through a chalukah, through a Gorel. We also used the Gorel there, and surely when the Gorel decided this Shevet should get this portion, there was no going back on that, even though you didn't finish the whole process. The same thing over here. The Gemara says, how could you compare to Chalukah Eretz Yisrael? There you had the Urim V'Tumim. So you're saying that these brothers have Urim V'Tumim, meaning, of course, the name of Hashem that was inscribed on a parchment inside of the Kohen Gadol's Choshen. Elazar HaKohen asked the Urim V'Tumim, he said, which Shevet should I draw with which portion? And it lit up on the Choshen the answer, and it drew exactly that lot. So over there you're talking about an open miracle. Hashem's clearly saying to everybody present, Yeshua, the whole nation was standing there, and they saw this open miracle. So that's not going on in this case, obviously. So how could you compare one case to the other? The Gemara answers that since over here they all agreed, they weren't squabbling with inheritance, they agreed to do it this way through the Gorel, so that makes it work over here. That's the basic back and forth of the Gemara. I have 3 questions on this Gemara. Question number 1 is, if you look in the Rashbam, Divrei Maschel Kanu Kulan, Rashbam makes an important point that this Gorel, the drawing of the lots here, does not function as a kinyan. It's not that when you draw the lots, that's how Reuven is acquiring his portion. Not true, because when 3 brothers inherit an estate, they actually all already own the whole thing. They all own every part of the estate. The question is, you just have to divide it up. Rather, the Gorel is selecting. Again, they already divided up 3 equal portions, and it's just a selection process. It's being mevarer which brother should get which portion. So my question is, if it's just selecting, assigning each portion to each brother, then what's the whole discussion over here? Of course, as soon as Reuven is selected for portion 1, okay, so we selected Reuven for portion 1, what's the discussion? Of course, now Reuven has portion 1. Why is it a whole teaching of Rabbi Yossi and a Brisa, and the Gemara asks on it, we need to learn from Eretz Yisrael? Why is this a whole discussion? It seems open and shut. It seems obvious that once you select this portion for that brother, that's final. Okay, there's no going back. That's the first question. Second question is that there appears to be a contradiction in the words of the Rashbam. For, as I just mentioned, he starts out by saying that it's only a beer, it's not actually acquiring the portions for the brothers. But later in the Maschel Rav Ashi, he says the words Kona Gorel. The Gorel acquires, seems to contradict himself. And question number 3 is, we have to explain how it works in the Gemara's answer that the Rashbam explains. That when the Gemara answers this idea that they're all willing participants over here in the Gorel, it's not that we're completely going away with the answer of comparing to Eretz Yisrael. We're not completely deserting that answer, rather we're adding. It's a combination. That is, that we're learning this basic concept of Gorel from Eretz Yisrael, and we're adding that here they're willing participants, so somehow when you combine those 2 things, it explains why it's finalized as soon as you do it for just Reuven. The question is, how does that combination work? If you have this new idea that they're all agreeing to do it, then why do you need Eretz Yisrael still? So that's another point we'd like to try and explain here. So I believe the answer is as follows, that as we just showed from the words of the Rashbam, it's not merely just a simple selection process and then you're finished. True, what the Goral itself is doing is merely selecting, it's assigning which brother should get which portion. But what has to then happen is, when let's say Reuven is assigned portion 1, the only way Reuven could get exclusive ownership over his portion is if the other brothers are misalik themselves, they remove themselves, they say, okay, we're relinquishing ourselves from that portion 1. As a result, Reuven acquires. What does it mean acquires? Now he's the exclusive owner of his portion. So since you need a process of siluk, so now I think we're able to understand why we're having a whole discussion over here, because it's really not so simple. Why? Because yes, the Goral was drawn and Reuven was assigned portion 1. But in light of the fact that we didn't draw lots for Shimon and Levi, perhaps they were not misalik themselves from portion number 1. Like yes, the lot said Reuven should get portion 1. But who says that Shimon and Levi feel, okay, we're removing ourselves from portion 1 when they didn't get a portion themselves yet? That's why it's not so obvious. We're having a whole discussion here. And Rabbi Yossi says, no, even though you might say that they didn't get portions yet, so they didn't remove themselves yet from portion 1, I'm coming here to teach that no, the halacha is, as soon as you do the Goral for 1, it's final for everybody. To which the Gemara asks, my time, where are you getting that from? Who says that's true? To which the Gemara answers, we learn it from history, that since there was a Goral used to divide Eretz Yisrael, it shows us that when you do a Goral, you mean business. It's a very official, serious thing. And therefore, as soon as, just as in Eretz Yisrael, as soon as it was drawn for 1 shevet, it was final. Same thing over here. Which the Gemara says, very good, it was final over there, where you had the Urim V'Tumim. There was an open miracle, the way it was announced, each shevet, which portion they get, as opposed to over here. To which the Gemara answers this combination. And here's the way we're explaining the combination. We need to learn from history. We need this fact that they use the Goral by Chalukas Eretz Yisrael, by dividing Eretz Yisrael, because without that, then who says that a Goral is serious enough, is official enough to for it to be reasonable to say that the other brothers truly are misalik themselves? Again, they remove themselves from the portion that was selected already. So you need to answer that question by saying the Goral of Eretz Yisrael. But there's still a question, which is Eretz Yisrael. It was a whole production. It was a miracle. So there, it's very serious. So we understand. You could say they're misalik themselves there. But who says that that would occur in this case, where it's just regular brothers dividing an estate? To which the Gemara answers that we add that there were willing participants here, which adds a very important halachic factor of ratzon. All the brothers here gave their ratzon. They agreed. They all signed up to this, that the girl is going to make the determination. So that fact, combined with the fact that the girl has historical significance, does indeed give even just one drawing of the lot finality, and there's no going back after that point. So we've explained again why there's a whole discussion over here altogether, and there's no contradiction in the Rashbam anymore. And we understand how it works after the Gemara is all finished, and that again is that the Goral itself, drawing the lot, is a selection process, as the Rashbam said. It's just being Mevayir, it's just assigning the portions. But then there's another step that has to happen, we're saying, which is siluk, meaning that we have to have a process where portion 1 was assigned to Reuven, and Shimon and Levi remove themselves legally from that portion. So now Reuven is Kona, meaning he then becomes the exclusive owner. So this Gemara is about getting to the point where we understand that that happens here as soon as even just one brother had a Goral drawn. And the way that works, again, after we're all finished, is that we combine the fact that the Goral has historical significance, so it's serious business, plus, it wasn't a whole miracle at Urim V'Tumim, but at least over here, they were willing participants. Of course, in Eretz Yisrael, you had no choice in that. It's whatever Hashem said. Since here they signed up to this, so that gives the Goral here, a regular Goral, also enough seriousness, significance, in order for it to, as soon as the lot is drawn for one brother, the other ones remove themselves legally, and therefore there's no going back, at least as far as that one lot that was drawn. Hope you've enjoyed the shiur. Of course, don't forget to check out the archived audio shiurim at realcleardaf.com and the Real Clear Daf app. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.